What's up everybody? Welcome to Lifestyle Real Estate. In this video I'm going to talk about a really cool new feature that Airbnb has just come out with, and that is scheduled messages. Let's get into it. So I've been on the Airbnb platform for about 6 or 7 months, and I found that there's one thing that I do repetitively over and over again, and it takes a lot of time, and that is sending messages to guests. So I really recommend about 4 pretty consistent messages throughout the booking experience, and I found that I was typing the same thing over and over again. First, when somebody booked with me, I'd say something, hey, thanks for booking, we're so excited that you're coming to stay with us. And then right before they check in, I'd give them some information, give them the Wi-Fi password, things like that. After check-in, I'd send them another message just asking, hey, how are things going? Are you finding everything to your liking? Is there anything I can do to make your stay as good as possible? And then, of course, right before they leave, I would send another message just saying, hey, I really appreciate you coming to stay with us. Give them a few checkout things to remember and wish them a safe journey. And I was typing the same thing over and over and over again, but luckily, now we don't have to do that anymore. Airbnb has automated messaging where we can schedule certain pre-written messages to go out. So let's take a look at that. We're going to pop the magic computer screen up below George Washington. And before I get too much into Airbnb, let's talk about this guy for a minute. I hang this in my office and it's a reminder to me, George Washington. And this, if you're not familiar with the story of him crossing the Delaware, look it up. It's pretty interesting. But it reminds me that I've got to be willing to do what the other guy is not. So that's how I approach everything. Sometimes you got to be a little crazy. Sometimes you got to go above and beyond. So look up the story of George Washington crossing the Delaware if you want a little inspiration. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're going to talk about automated messaging. So take a look at the screen right there. Let's just go through it real quick. It's super simple. It's really easy to do. I think everyone should be doing it, whether you have one property or whether you have 100 properties. But definitely the more you grow, the more you're going to need this. I have had situations where I forget to message somebody in time and I get a message from them. They're at the cabin. They say, hey, what's the Wi-Fi password? Or they've got, I haven't reached out to them. I've dropped the ball because maybe I've got other stuff going on. It just falls through the cracks. So this is a good way to stay on top of things and really maintain a professional edge in your hosting game. So if you go to your inbox, go to your messaging and open up that little side menu. And if you look at the bottom now we've got scheduled messages. So if you click on that, you'll see I've got some already, and I've named these. Some of them are generic for all my properties, just a post check-in message or a pre-check-in message. And I've got other ones that are specific to various properties. So for example, one of my properties, there's a shed with some trash cans where the trash gets picked up once a week. So I just remind guests to bag all their trash and put it out there. That message wouldn't make a lot of sense for other properties. So I try to combine what I can and make everything applicable. Now here's the nice thing though. Let's go ahead and open one of these up and see what it looks like. So you can see we have these short codes, and this is really great, especially as you get more properties. But even with one property, you're able to insert the guest's name or just different things that are specific to their reservation or whatever day they're arriving. You say, hey, I'm really looking forward to having you on Friday. We really hope you have a safe journey home on Sunday, whatever that may be. So, for my post check-in, I've just got something, it says, good evening, guest's first name. Just wanted to check in and make sure that you made it in okay, that you're finding everything to your liking. So, just basically checking in on them after they arrive. And then you can set when you want this to happen. So you can say, okay, I want it to happen at check-in, after checkout, when booking is confirmed, and then how soon or how much time afterwards do you want that to happen. So I pick usually a certain time is how I do it, but if somebody books, for example, and you want to say, hey, thanks for booking, we're really excited to host you, it would probably be kind of natural to wait 4 or 5 minutes after they make the reservation if they hit send and then immediately get a really well typed up response, it might feel a little bit automated. And I mean, although it is an automated message, the idea is to make it feel personal, and to make it applicable to them. So I recommend, giving it kind of a human time scale when you set up these automated messages. So I think these are really important. I love the fact that Airbnb did this. Generally speaking, it's pretty clear as Airbnb. They've gone public, and by the way, leave a comment below if you managed to get some stock at the IPO price. They sent me an offer email and asked me if I wanted to do it. I said yes, but then I didn't make the cut. I think there was a lot of demand for those initial shares. So I think everybody knows the IPO of any company going public, that's when you make a ton of money. So I tried to get in, I didn't, so I'll just keep making money as an Airbnb host and do it the old-fashioned way. But leave a comment below if you did get that stock, or leave a comment on anything else. What do you think about the Airbnb automated messaging? I would love to see VRBO do something like this. That would be great. I think for a while, there weren't a lot of differentiators between Airbnb and VRBO. So I'm excited to see that Airbnb continuing to add functionality. I think they went through a period where it was becoming a little bit less user-friendly, but I think they're on good footing now. The one thing I would recommend Airbnb does, if you're listening, guys, is add videos. That's one thing that VRBO does that I really like. So I hired a drone operator to come out and take some really cool footage inside and out of Wolf Cottage, and I really love how that turned out. It's on VRBO. It's not on Airbnb because they don't allow it. So that's pretty lame. But I think, hopefully they'll allow or enable video at some point. So do me a huge favor, hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, guys. It's for the algorithm. So do that for me. It's super helpful, helps me out. Let's go viral together, folks. Why not? It's only going to take you about 2 seconds. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell. Thanks for watching.